Hi, so I know that we have been working on elaborating or writing more in our stories. And we know that some ways we can elaborate is by writing down our thoughts, writing down what we're feeling, and writing down what we're saying or other people are saying. And I noticed that I was looking at your writing that you guys all have some of those things in your writing. But I was thinking that I could show you about a really special spot where you can put in thinking and talking and feeling into your writing. And that's at the end of the story. So instead of writing the end at the end of our writing books, we can end with someone saying something, someone thinking something, or someone feeling something. And you guys have that choice as a writer of how you want to end your story to make it really powerful. So writers do that all the time. I was looking through my books and I found some of our books from the classroom where the author ended with thinking or talking or feeling too. I'm going to show you some of them now. In this book, Sammy's Slippery Day, it's a book about our friend Sammy. He gets in a lot of trouble and makes a huge mess. Well, at the end of the story, after Dad finishes cleaning Sammy up and has an action there, the author finishes the story by saying, "I think you've caused enough trouble for today, Sammy." And the mom ends with talking in this book. Then I was reading this book when Tiny was tiny. And in this book, the author ends with a thought. It's about a boy and his dog Tiny who's not tiny at all. And he says, "When Tiny was tiny, he was my best friend. He still is." Did you see how the author in this book ended with what people were saying, and the author in this book ended with what someone was thinking? Now, looking at your writing, you ended your stories with action. That's one way to end it, but another way is to add thinking and feeling and talking. So I'm going to pass out your stories, and I want you to think about how you can add to the ending of your story. So let's take a look. Why don't you read your story so you can figure out and get to the end and remember it? And while you're doing that, I'm going to take your goal sheet and I'm going to put this on top. At the end, Leo, it says that we're working on elaborating, and I'm just going to add this right to the bottom because we know that we can elaborate at the ending by adding and talking, feeling, and thinking. Okay? So here you go. Think about that. Read your story. Think about what you can add. Good. Face. Now you're on the last page. You're at the end. Let's see how we could add and make a strong, powerful ending. Could you add what you're talking, feeling, or thinking? Think of one of those and see what you want to add.
I was thinking, oh boy.
You're thinking, oh boy, say more.
I was thinking, at least I didn't die.
Okay, so we could add that. Go ahead and add it in there. So you got to the end of your story here.
Oh,
you
yeah.
came out and you had to put water on it after you got hurt and you felt better. We're at the end of the story. Let's add in, Leo, your talking, your feeling, or your thinking. You get to choose what you want to add to your end of your story. Did you decide, Evan? What are you going to add to your story?
How I was feeling at the end.
You are? How were you feeling? What are you going to add
Sad.
there? So you're going to say, I was feeling sad because? Go ahead and add the last page.
Because I was out.
Okay, so you fell in the pool, and then your mom saved you. Oh my goodness, can you add talking, feeling, or thinking there to make a powerful ending of your story? Go ahead, add it. What do you think you want to do, Karen? Which one? Your mom just
Thinking.
saved you from the pool.
Thinking.
What were you thinking when your mom saved you?
Good. I was thinking I was.
Maybe you could say what you were talking about. What'd you say to her after she picked you up and saved you from the pool?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead and add that. So you could add talking, feeling, or thinking. You get to choose. Okay. So I just want to stop you and tell you that when we're writing and ending, we know that we can end with the small actions. But today we talked about 3 other ways that we can end. We can end with what we're thinking, what we're talking or saying, and how we are.
Feeling.
So let's say that together. Thinking, talking, feel, in order to create a powerful ending of our stories. Okay, good job.